I wanted to take a little time to kind of go through, like I said, some programming, like that idea behind my programming, the difference between competitors and just CrossFit, okay? Because there's a big difference between the sport of CrossFit and CrossFit, all right? And you really have to differentiate the two. Now, in here, we have a lot of competitors, all right? That's a good thing. It makes me excited, but we also have a lot of people who are just doing CrossFit for CrossFit. That's what it is, okay? And we all are doing it for that reason, but the competitors is extra, something to add on, okay? So I kind of going to go through a little bit of programming, and then we're going to get into some mindset. And that's kind of where I want to tie everything in at the end, is just the process of the mindset behind reaching your goals, okay, whatever they are. And we've all got different goals, right? Some of us it's to lose weight, look better. Some of us it's just to be better at CrossFit and get stronger, okay? So my goal as a coach, all right, when I'm programming, is to program in a way using functional movements that are going to help you guys outside the gym, outside these walls. You're going to live better. You'll be able to do things. You're going to live longer, all right, and you develop the strength to be able to, play with your kids, play with your grandkids, as you get older, and just prolong your life in general. Live a better life outside these walls, okay? We get to this pyramid. Gina said, like, she's seen it, okay? They teach us that in our level 1. And a lot of you have probably seen it already, too. But this is the pyramid of how we should think. And this is, most of us get this way, okay? Important starts at the bottom. Nutrition. That's your foundation, right? Now, if I went around, most of us, nutrition is not our foundation. It's probably like something that we put, okay, if I just eat better, then it will improve my fitness. So we're putting fitness, or working out. We're putting working out as our foundation. But in reality, let's start with eating. Then let's add the workouts to it. Okay, that's the where we should go. Next is metabolic conditioning. Probably our second least favorite thing. That is breathing hard, that's running, that's stuff that's not weights, the not fun stuff that we do. Okay. In a sense, everything we do, for the most part, every WOD that we do is a Metcon. That's what the term Metcon, if you didn't know what it means, it's metabolic conditioning. That's what it is. So there was a little confusion on that earlier. I was talking to somebody this week. They thought a Metcon was just throwing the barbell around. It's actually just a workout that makes you breathe hard. That's what it is. So after metabolic conditioning, then comes gymnastics. All right. Gymnastics is important. Pull-ups, right? Handstand walks, things like that. Handstand walks, you don't understand. I mean, those are hard, getting on your hands, but the fact that you can maintain your equilibrium upside down, that goes a long way, just for health in general. All right, being able to spin around and know where you are, regather, and get back to what you're doing goes a long way. All right, I teach. That's a big thing I focus on in kids, and what I've learned is my kids' class. I need to start teaching my adults a lot more of what I teach the kids. Okay? Because that's back to the basics. It's really, really simple stuff there. All right, so we've got nutrition, conditioning, gymnastics. Now we get to probably our number one thing, most fun. For a lot of people in here, we like to throw the barbell around. I would say 80% of the people in here, that's what we like to do, including myself. But on the hierarchy of fitness, weightlifting is less important than these. Okay, as far as nutrition, as fitness in general goes. Now, last is sport. All right, that's where we're gonna kind of get into the competitor stuff. All right, because this is where you become a competitor. It's when CrossFit becomes a sport. All right, you're getting good at CrossFit, but that's not what CrossFit is. CrossFit is, in general, all right, you come in 1 hour a day, get a good warm up in, you stretch. Do a strength maybe, knock out your workout, you go home, eat well, and you live your life. Outside the gym, you learn new sports, do things in life, all right? Like I said, we're not doing this to be better at CrossFit necessarily. We're doing it so we can live better out there. We can go hiking with our family. We can go on bike rides, things like that, all right? That's what CrossFit is, and that's why we do it, okay? And that is enough, and that's something that a lot of us, including myself, have to understand sometimes, is that it's enough just to come in here, do the one workout, go home and eat right. If your goal, right now, when it should be all of our goal in the long term, is just to live a healthier life, all right, longevity of life and live life better, that's enough. That's really all you need. So a lot of times we get caught up in the competitor side, which is where I'm going to next. Now, competitors, I add the competitors programming onto our regular workouts. Okay, it's something that I do, and a lot of us have started picking up on it, and I love it. All right, if you guys want to do extra stuff and be competitive at CrossFit, it's awesome. You know, I want to support your goals no matter what they are. All right, and the cool thing about CrossFit is I can do that. We can all do it doing the same thing, just kind of 2 different degrees. All right, so we have to understand what the sport of CrossFit actually means. All right, so first of all, overtraining is the thing. All right, and when we're doing the competitor stuff, when I program it, I do this on purpose, and for everyone doing it, you have to understand, I push the limits of overtraining every day. All right, so if you're not taking care of yourself nutrition-wise, sleep-wise, recovery in general, you're making it harder on yourself to recover. So you might be overtraining a little bit, and then in turn, you're hurting yourself. All right, CrossFit gets kind of a bad rap sometimes. People get hurt. All right, as far as I know, nobody in here, since I've been here at least, has gotten hurt, which is awesome. All right, but CrossFit does get that reputation because people don't differentiate the difference between CrossFit as a sport and CrossFit. If you do the competitor's training, if you're a competitive CrossFitter, you are going to get hurt. All right, that's just the bottom line. It's a sport. How many times does somebody play football as a sport and not get hurt? It's very, very rare. You're going to have dings. Stuff's going to be hurt. You're going to have to work through. That's just part of it. All right, so if you're going to be a competitor, be prepared to be hurt and don't be scared when you are. Doesn't mean you have to be dumb. I mean, still be smart. We don't want to get hurt, but you're going to have to work through stuff. All the competitive athletes, games athletes, things like that, are working through stuff constantly. You should see behind the games of CrossFit. Those guys are, I mean, like some of them can't even straighten their arms. They're hurting so bad. They have as close to rhabdo as you can get. I mean, somebody this year like dislocated their shoulder, and she was still trying to do muscle ups towards the end of the game, but she had to drop out. People are always fighting injuries, especially when you're pushing yourself to the limits of CrossFit sport. And that's the way I program. So I like that you're doing extra work, but just understand what it is. Okay, and if your goal, and all of our goal is, you know, a healthier life to live outside of here, just be careful. But if that's your goal, all you need to do is that one workout, go home and eat right, and you're good. Okay, but for most of us, we want to be good at CrossFit. All right, and that's the difference. That's what CrossFit as a sport is. Being good at CrossFit specifically, not outside the gym. All right, that is some reward of it. All right, we get better at things outside the gym. We can run a long way if we need to. But for the most part, we start dialing in on little things that will help us be good in here. That doesn't mean, right, that you can't be competitive if you're not a competitor per se. Okay, competitiveness drives CrossFit. That's what it is. We do it together. Everybody in here is competitive. Everybody in here is an athlete. All right, but I just want to differentiate the two between competitors, CrossFit as a sport, and CrossFit. Okay, just so we know the difference. And like I said, the beauty of it is, no matter what your goal is, CrossFit we can handle all those at this kind of at the same time, just in a slightly different degree. All right. So if your goal is to lose weight, all right, let's figure out what we need to do to help you lose weight. All right. It might be change your diet. Obviously, we need to sleep better. You need to exercise. Those 3 things are awesome. Right. They're going to help. You need to get stronger. Let's focus on what we need to do there. But again, we're going to go back to diet. We're going to go sleep. We're going to choose your exercises to get stronger. All right, so it's the same thing. All right, and last, if you want to be good at the sport of CrossFit, let's attack your weaknesses there. Choose what you need to do while you're working out there. Diet, sleep, exercise, and on that one, we're going to add what I call GOAT training. All right, stands for greatest of all time, but that means just working on your weaknesses. Stuff that you need to tweak just to get better at the sport. But in a sense, all of those are the same, right? We're all doing the same thing to accomplish our goals, even though our goals are slightly different. All right, and so that's kind of the beauty of everything we do here. So the secret, though, to achieving those goals, and this is kind of where I'm going with all this, is the process behind it. All right, and this is your mindset. This is the steps that you take to get there. So, like I said, as an athlete, all right, we're all athletes. The categories that you prioritize that matter, right, these are important, are training, nutrition, sleep, recovery, and your mindset. All right, for most of us, we've got training down for the most part. All right, we're pretty good at coming in here and working out. We all like it. The fact that you guys are here shows something about you. You like it. You want to get better. All right, so you're good there. Nutrition. Nutrition. There's a few of us. There's a few of us that have got nutrition down pretty well. Okay, and it shows. Carlton's been doing an awesome job with nutrition, and it shows. Right, it does show, and it's not a short-term thing. We'll get to that in a second, but you're looking at this in the long run. Next is sleep. All right, going back to Carlton. Not sure he does a great job at sleep, right? Just from talking to him. I don't either. You know, sometimes it's hard leaving here at 7:30, 7:45 at night, and getting back here at 5:30. That's just not a lot of turnaround for me to go home and get what I need to get done, get in bed, and sleep. All right, that's something I need to prioritize to get better at. You know, if I want to, you know, I guess reach full potential. The last one, recovery. That is something we all need to work on. That is, you know, things like stretching, mobilizing. Nutrition goes into that. Sleep goes into that, of course. But there are other things you can do to recover. You know, cooling down after the workouts instead of, you know, let's just get in the car, go home because we're so tired. Things like that will go a long way in the end. And then last would be your mindset. And this is something that, you know, all of us struggle with, I promise you. If you think you're the toughest dude ever mindset-wise, you're wrong. All right, even up to the games level. You know, we were talking about it. Matt Frazier, this year he actually won 2 events, which was cool. But last year he didn't win a single event and still had the most dominating performance ever at the CrossFit Games, besides this year when he, you know, dominated even more. But he never won an event. So you can guarantee that his mindset was thinking, somebody's beating me in this workout. I've got to push harder. He wanted to push harder. And that's a mindset struggle for all of us. That point when you get to in the workout, when you think you can't push anymore, but you really can, right, at that point, right, to improve there, you've got to push past it every single day. Reach that point, push yourself to the point, push past it just a little bit that day. The next day, reach that point again, push past it just a little bit. And before you know it, you're on a long way as far as mindset goes. But there's more to mindset than just pushing hard in the workout, right? The hardest part of mindset, you got your nutrition, right? You got your attitude when you come in here. All right, we're going to get to that too in just a second. You've got all the different things that go into that. And sustaining that for more than a week is probably the hardest thing, right? Everybody can get pumped up and do something for a week. But then you see it just got in, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this little graph right here for a second. All right, so I've been reading a book, Ben Bergeron's book. I know a lot of you have probably seen it. Me and Caitlin have been reading it, and so we've been getting stuff out of that. She's online a lot, and it's really helped me out with mindset, and we've been working through that. And I think Nicole's been reading it. I don't know if you haven't read it yet, but it's called Chasing Excellence. All right, so there was a quote. All right, I put it on the email. I don't know if you guys read it at the very end. Yeah, it said, Vince Lombardi Jr. Right? He said, "We will chase excellence, or we will chase perfection. We will chase it relentlessly, knowing all the while we'll never attain it. But along the way, we will catch excellence." All right, and that's our process. All right, to sum it all up. All right, but so most of us, all of us, are on this line somewhere. Okay, a lot of us think, right, that we're pursuing excellence, but you really might not be. Complacency. Complacency is the problem. Just to put it in perspective, it sucks. It's where, I was writing this down, a lot of this is really focused on, but this is where you find crappy relationships, you hate your job, all right? Addiction comes in there, unhappiness, and so on. All right? It's the bottom of life, and you just hate it. All right? So nobody is there, hopefully, right now, okay? Now, on the excellence end, this is where the people that you wish you... Sorry. No, excellence end. This is where the people you wish you were are. All All right, that's where they are, the excellence. And they're, you kind of break these up into different sections of life, but as an athlete, this is where Michael Jordan was. As an athlete, this is where Michael Phelps was. This is where they live. Now, sure, in other areas of their life, okay, maybe not so much, but we're just focusing on that one specific thing that they're focusing on. All right. So, like I said, the people that you want to be like, right? For a bunch of us in here, including myself, like Rich Froning, Matt Frazier, people that are really good at CrossFit. It's really impressive. That's where they live. Is on the excellent end of the scale. But the sad thing is, most of us, right, at the competence, and I don't really know how to say that very well. I hope I said it right. That's somewhere in the middle where you have achieved enough to be satisfied, but you're really scared to commit to it. All right. So the thing is, most of us are scared to pursue excellence, to actually try to achieve this. Like just like we said in the quote, you're not gonna achieve it. All right, but you're not gonna achieve perfection. Most of us are scared because we're afraid of failure. That's a big time. We read in the book, if you're scared to take things seriously, because if you never take things seriously, you're always making a joke, all right? Then honestly what that is, it's a mask to show you're scared to actually try, because you're afraid you'll fail. And that kind of hit me pretty hard, and that's the truth, right? We're willing to put in enough effort, right, to give us a little satisfaction, but we're afraid to fully commit to it. All right. So we want to pursue excellence, chase excellence, chase perfection, right? Carlton talking about, he's reading a different book actually, but you've got where you are. We'll say this is where you are. This is where you want to be. All right. There's a straight line to get there, and that's what. Should be on the second side of the head. Yeah, you just missed your target a little bit. There's a straight line to get there, and that's what you have in your mind. This is the process to get there, but it never looks like that. All right, getting there never looks like that for anybody. All right, your path is like this, all over the place. All right, but eventually, if you keep coming back to that line, that process, you'll get there. All right, and that's what we're going for. All right, it's just continually coming back. Right, if you're doing RP strength diet, right, if you mess up, right, if you have a cheat day. Okay, come back. Stay there as long as you can. Rest of the thing. Come back. If you have a bad day training, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Come back. All right? Just always come back to it, and eventually you will get to that point. And that can apply to a lot in life, just a little. All right? So, going back to the competence and excellence. Excellence, like I said, is a mindset. All right? Somewhere in the middle, like I was saying, where you do enough to be satisfied, but you're scared to actually commit to it and be all that you could be. A good example is an NBA basketball player that sits on the bench. All right, they've made it. They wanted to be an NBA basketball player, and they're there, and they're satisfied with it. They're making a good living. They're on the bench. They get a little bit of playing time, and honestly, you can be happy there. You can. All right, but they're not living. They're satisfied with where they are, right? And you got to be scared there because that almost becomes complacency. Or you get complacent with where you are. If you're not chasing constantly, you end up sliding back down to complacency. All right. The thing about this is, it's simple, but it's really, really hard. Right? It's really hard. It's a process that takes days, hours, minutes. And I say that in that order because it really does come down to decisions. Carl talked about this in the book he's reading. It comes down to small decisions that are easy to that are makeable in the moment, doing them over and over and over until they become a habit. All right. Saying no to the cookie. That's hard. And you're like, that's just one cookie. Okay, well, make that a habit. You'll gain some weight. All right, but saying no to the cookie, make that a habit, you'll lose weight. And you'll get closer to your goal. All right, which is really cool. So the commitment, it's going to look weird to other people. All right, it's doing things that are so detailed and minor to other people that they're going to think you're weird. And that's okay. It's bringing your Tupperware to the restaurant. That's weird. Everybody's going to make fun of you. It's all right. It's all right, you know? I think me and Lydia were talking about this one time. It's selfish of somebody else to expect you to put off your goals to be normal around them. Or even if they invite you over for dinner and you're like, I'm going to bring my own food, is that okay? I still want to hang out with you, but look, this is my goal. And if they expect you to sacrifice your goals or something that you're dedicated to for them, that's very selfish on their part. All right, so don't be that person, one, somebody else. But also don't be afraid to just be different. All right, because chasing excellence, all right, pursuing perfection is going to be different. You're going to have to set yourself apart. Otherwise, you'll just be the same. All right, so what you got to do is take steps. Well, identify your goals, and then find steps to get there. Okay, we can't just blindly chase our goals, and that's the problem with a lot of us do. And so I wanted to kind of throw out some steps out there, which everybody's are different, so I can't, this is individualized, which makes my job a little harder in here, but also makes it fun, is everybody's different. Everybody's going to approach their goals a little bit differently, and it's individualized, which I love, all right, because I do have a personal relationship with everybody in here, kind of like everybody's personal trainer at the same time, which is really, really cool. But take your steps, find your steps first, identify them. Take those steps, stick to them, focus on them, and don't worry about the outcome. All right, that's what we really got to focus on. And what this looks like every day. It's not glamorous in any way. All right, it sucks. All right, it's digging through the trenches. It takes grit. It really, really does. The small things. Carl knows how it is. Matt knows how it is. People who've done the RP diets, the River knows how it is. I'm sure many more of you have done the RP diet stuff too. It's tough. It's not fun at all. And somebody asked Matt Frazier why he likes pushing himself so hard, why he likes just hurting. And he said, I hate the pain. He said, but I love what the pain produces. And it's winning. He likes to win. All right, so for the sport of CrossFit, he's got this down, right? He's living in that excellence area. All right, and that's where we want to be. So, finding your steps, tackling them one at a time. All right, that's another thing. You can't look at everything you've got to do and be like, oh my God, I can't do it. And it's discouraging. Find one. Let's focus on it until you tackle it. The thing is, most people don't have the character to do this. And this is, including myself. I'm not saying all this and then I've got it down. I'm talking, a lot of this is to myself. Like I'm saying, me and Caitlin have been reading this book and we're trying to chase excellence, but it's a diligence thing. It's a day in and day out pursuit of it. And most of us don't have the character. Very few people do. All right, and even at the games level, right? You've got maybe 5 to 10 people that are actually living in excellence. They're actually doing that day in and day out. They're that dedicated to it. They're that committed. Most of them are just super athletic and love to work out, and they're happy with being at the games. They're on the bench in the NBA. I'm here. This is awesome. It's a great experience. I got lots of cool stuff with my name on it, all the workout gear, and they're happy with that. But I guarantee if you ask Matt Frazier, Rich Froning, you saw all the pictures of him on the podium in second place. He was pissed. He's not having that. All right, and he said next year I'm going to be ready because he's not okay with just being. He's never complacent. He's pursuing excellence. He's pursuing perfection, and that's where we want to be. So, good place to start. All right, focus on what you can control. So life's going to throw a lot at you. No matter what your goal is, there's going to be different obstacles. Right? You're dieting. Right? I focus on diet a lot because a lot of us need to do better on nutrition, and it's very applicable to be in here. So we'll focus on that. But like obstacles in your diet, right? You run out of food. You don't know what to eat anymore. You didn't meal prep. Which that's not really life. That's you not being smart. But people have, cake or cookies. Your wife's sending you pictures of pimento cheese sandwiches on your phone. I'm trying to eat healthy. Those are obstacles because they're hard. But you have to, you can predetermine what your attitude is going to be towards those things before they even happen, and then they don't even fix you. But that takes training. All right. So things you can't control. Short down things. And this is more towards working out. All right. Because most of our goals, especially what we're talking about, are gym oriented. All right. Other people, you can't control other people. People are going to cheat in here sometimes. They're going to cut reps. All right. Just happens. It's part of CrossFit gym being competitive. If that's you, don't cheat. You can't control the weather. Sometimes it's going to be raining, sometimes it's going to be cold, sometimes it's going to be 107. Especially in here, it feels like 150 when you come in here. You can't control the judges. If you're at a competition and you're a competitor, you can't control if they no rep you and it was a rep or you thought it was. You can't control that another judge is giving somebody else reps. All right, you can't control that. It happens. All right, you can't control the equipment. Sometimes the equipment's going to be bad, right? Your bar doesn't spin. The person beside your bar spins. Okay, you can't control sickness. You're going to get sick sometimes. It's going to happen. And you can't control accidental injuries. All right, you can't prevent injuries, but sometimes injuries are just going to happen. All right. Things you can control though. All right, your attitude. That's essential, but it's really hard. All right, coming in here, what's your attitude towards when those things do happen, things you can't control? Your thoughts goes along with your attitude, whether they're positive or negative. In the middle of a workout, when something's thrown at you that you don't like, all right, judge gives you no rep, how are you going to respond to that? Your ego, it's a big one. All right, when you walk in the door. And last is your effort. All right, that's definitely something you can control. No matter how you're feeling, no matter how your circumstances around you are, you can always control your effort and how much you're going to put in to that workout or whatever it is at the moment. All right. So, kind of to sum all that up, the process is about doing your job, whatever it is, and this applies to more than just CrossFit. All right. But this is chasing excellence. This is kind of pursuing perfection and where we want to live. It's about doing your job, whatever is in front of you, to the best of your ability in that moment after moment, until the best of you, right, becomes our habits. Those things that are like you doing your best, that's your habits now. That starts to become who you are. Then you've developed character and you've exceeded what you thought you could do. All right. You're not worried about your goals. All right. Don't focus on your goals. You don't come in here and work out and then go look in the mirror. Man, do I have abs yet? Nope. All right. You don't do that over and over and over. And then that happens. But it's a process. This is long term. Okay. I'm gonna brag on Carlton again. He's been doing the RP strength diet, and I know Nicole and Matt, y'all have done it too, and a bunch of other people in River, and had awesome transformations. But me and Carlton were just talking yesterday. So, and he's lost what, 15 pounds? 16 pounds in 5 months? May, 4 months. All right. So that's like 1 pound a week, maybe a little over. All right. Most of us, we lose 2 pounds in 2 weeks, and you're like, and I remember at first he wasn't even losing weight. And so, 3 weeks in, and you've lost 1, maybe 2 pounds, and you're thinking, I've killed myself for 3 weeks for 1 pound, 2 pounds. You're crazy, and you throw it away, and forget that. And what you're doing, you are sacrificing long-term goals for short-term pleasure. All right, short-term pain for long-term gain. That's what we're gonna think about that. It's a momentary pain. It's really not even pain, but we'll call it a pain. It's a momentary pain. You have a decision to choose something that's going to make a difference over time versus something that's going to, well, a good difference over time versus something that's going to hurt you over time. All right? So in those little moments, choose the right thing. All right? But just to remind you, that is going to be very, very hard. All right? So every workout, every meal, every moment of every day, you make little decisions. You choose which one. All right? Choose the right one. All right? So that's all I got. Just want to talk to you guys about that. Kind of challenge you with that mindset, because that's something that I've been challenging myself with a lot. All right, and it's hard. You realize how bad you are in it. Honestly, you don't really realize that until you start trying. So let's not be afraid to actually chase perfection and pursue excellence. So, all right, you ready? Ready to work out now?